It's officially 2023 and almost everybody is anticipating some kind of a market crash. It was supposed to happen in 22, but I'm pretty damn sure it's gonna happen in 23. So how can you still be successful in real estate despite the market crashing here in 2023? Well, that's what we're talking about, so stay tuned and let's get into it. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you don't know who I am, my name is Aram. I'm a real estate agent and now a real estate investor, and I come to you twice a week with some type of valuable content as a real estate agent, real estate investor, or business owner as a whole. And today, I'm coming to you with a video of how to be successful in real estate in 2023, and I'm filming this January 3rd, so it's pretty early in the year, despite any market crashes that happens, okay? I'm gonna give you everything you need to do to be ready for it, and most importantly, take advantage of it. I think a lot of people, when it comes to market crashes, and I didn't know this because I was too young for the last market crash, they panic and they just want to like wait it out like it's a bad storm. No, you got to get in the storm because everyone's car doors are open. Go take anything you want. I'm not trying to say you should go steal anything. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to say properties will be for sale, like you're pretty much gonna be stealing them, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. And this advice is gonna be exactly the same for investors and agents because that's who I am. I'm a real estate agent first, so that's how I built my income stream. And then I transitioned to being an investor, so now I do both full time, right? And that's the beauty about real estate. It's so scalable. I can do both full time because it's the same industry, right? And you're gonna see how I relate all 5 things I'm gonna share with you to both being an investor and being an agent. All right, so let's get into it. Number 1, when the market crashes, very quickly you're gonna see all the sloppy agents, all the sloppy investors, the people who were getting lucky go out of the business, right? You know, they say when the tide lows, you'll see who's swimming naked. That's exactly what's gonna happen, right? So if you're the type that has no idea what you're doing, right? You've just been lucky because whatever you buy appreciated 20%, right? And now you think you're some real estate genius. You know, you got to reevaluate yourself as an agent and as an investor and make sure that you actually, if you don't have the experience, you at least have some type of knowledge. So I guess the first advice for you is to gain knowledge or experience, AKA invest in yourself. Read all the books, right? Study your market to a T. Drive around, see what's going on. Try to count how many properties are for sale. There's so many things you could do to learn the industry, and you need to do it ASAP. You ain't got a lot of time, okay? So get a bunch of books and stop watching Netflix, none of that. You need to be knowledgeable, right? The reason I'm so confident that I'm gonna kill all of my income goals this year is that I spent all of 2022, well, to be honest, and since 2020, I spent the last 2 years trying to develop myself as an individual, as an asset. So when the market does crash, I know exactly where to put my money, where it's not only safe, it's still cash flowing, it's still profitable, but it's gonna explode in a couple years because I put it in the right asset at the right time at the right price, right? With the right rent increases, the right tenants, all that, right? So I became an asset to myself and an asset to my clients. So as a real estate agent, when the tide lowers, everyone's gonna see, I got swim trunks on and some floaties. I can swim. Right? So my clients are gonna come over here so they could float with me, right? So step 1 is to gain as much experience and knowledge as you can, which is investing in yourself through books, podcasts, YouTube. Like you watching this is you investing in yourself. I'm so happy that you're here. Please like, comment, subscribe while you're here. And I want you to know in the description, tell me which one of these 5 points is gonna help you the most. I feel it's gonna be number 5, but let's find out. Number 2, and this one's, I think it's overlooked often. As an investor and as an agent, you need to start establishing amazing connections with both your clientele and professionals in your industry, right? So what does that mean? Like, I'll give you my example. I'm creating great relationships with maintenance guys, with HVAC techs, with plumbers, with contractors, with people who do countertops, with wholesalers that sell cabinets, with property managers, with other brokers who do deals that are very similar to mine so I could get access to them, right? I am building every connection I possibly can while going deeper with my clientele because the more connections I have on the professional side, the better I could serve my clients when they need like countertops, when they need cabinets, when they need something done. Like just the other day, one of my clients got a court notice because he didn't fix some of the repairs the village required him to, right? And he called a bunch of handyman. No one wanted to come out. I said, you know what? Call our guy, right? He called my contractor. Within 2 days, he was there. Problem solved. He passed all his permits. Life is good. And that's a value add I can bring to my clients because I have those connections, right? And I'm still building. There's so many more I need to have. Next up, when the market goes down, people with capital win. When you have capital, you can afford to expand. When you have capital, you can afford to stay in business and survive while so many people are quitting and then take up a huge chunk of market share. When you have capital, you can afford to purchase properties and actually take advantage of all these discounts, right? So you got to build up capital. What does that mean? If you don't already have money, like cold hard cash, this is time for you to get every loan on planet Earth that you can comfortably take on. So I'll give you a prime example of me, right? So I did my accounting very bad when I started my career, and I didn't really incorporate my business until literally 2022, which means I'm a brand new business. So if I want business funding, I can't get any, right? And because I have commission-based income, it makes it a little bit harder, right? So instead, I went and I got a personal loan at 11% interest for $30,000. I don't need the $30,000, but I said to myself, it's $650 a month to service this loan, right? I took $5,000 of it, I put it to the side, I said, okay, cool. This $5,000 is gonna pay for this loan for the next year. Now I got $25,000 that I could play with. I can hire my videographer for a little bit more. I can renovate one of my units in my building and increase my rent, right? And I can afford to stay in business while everybody's leaving. When I have a slow month or two, like, right, because my monthly expenses are like $8,000, I now can afford to make zero money for 3 months out of this year and be perfectly fine. So raise capital in every way you can. Now, this is a fine line. Do not raise more than you can handle. Now, mind you, I made 202 last year, and I took out a $30,000 loan, right? I could have taken out a $50,000 loan, or I think a $100,000 loan, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I took 30 because I know I could very comfortably next year pay the whole sum off, right? I'm not here, I don't really need the loan for 5 years, right? I need it as like a buffer, right? So that's why just make sure you don't get yourself in any trouble. That's all I'm saying. Balance transfer your cards to interest only so you can keep as much cash in the bank as possible. Moving on, number 4, whether you're an agent or an investor, it is time for you to lower your expenses, whether that's on your properties or that's on your business, right? Everything has got to get lowered. Anything that's not necessary. Like if you have 52 different memberships, okay, delete a few of them, right? Lower your expenses on the personal side. Like for example, I have 2 cars, right? I don't need 2 cars. So I need to sell one of them, which I am, which is gonna save me like $700 to $800 a month once you add up insurance, gas, and the car payment itself, right? And maintenance, my God, you consider that, right? So focus on lowering your expenses so your cash, the capital you have, can go so much further. Because here's my theory. When the market does crash, I don't know if it's gonna be bad. I don't predict these things. I just operate paranoid 24/7, so I'm always prepared. And if nothing happens, then I'm still in great position, right? So I don't know what's gonna happen with the market, but if you could survive a year and a half, 2 years, right, with minimum income, oh, the opportunities.
Yeah, boy.
Right? If you just, let's say, for example, you bought one property in 2023 when the market was down, and you could somehow hold on to it for 5 years with some vacancy, some tenants not paying, some problems, a furnace breaking, all these issues, you still hang on to it. You'll find yourself in a very good position, and that can literally set you up for life. Because you only need one deal to work out to give you that seed capital you need to just take it to the next level. And finally, number 5, be patient, but take massive action. I mentioned this earlier in the video. Just because the market's crashing doesn't mean you just say, oh, this year's a wash, right? No. Listen, just because the market's crashing, I didn't lower my income goal, I increased it. Right? I'm like, there should be even more opportunities. I should be able to buy even more units, right? I bought 14 last year. My goal is 30 this year, right? So be patient, which means don't rush into things, but also be taking massive action, be looking to do things. And I think you're going to go so far. It's going to be amazing. So I look forward to seeing your progress, and I look forward to sharing my progress with you all at the end of the year. And I like to mention what my goals are, because you guys can hold me accountable. I can hold myself accountable. And there's a special feeling you get when you see yourself on camera saying you're going to do something, and then you see yourself on camera saying how you did it after you've done it. It's a great feeling. So I can't wait to come to you on 2024 with a very similar video. But that is how you could be successful with real estate in 2023 despite a market crash. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, subscribe. Take care. Bye.